You've summoned the name whispered in every corridor of the Black Dahlia case. The man behind the surgical silence. The house on Franklin Avenue. The father, the doctor. The monster. Tonight, let us peel back the polished veneer. Because George Hodel wasn't just a suspect. He was a symphony of shadows in a surgeon's coat. If evil wears a face, it might look like a charming man with a stethoscope, a mansion in Las Vegas, and a secret recording system in every room of his home. Meet Dr. George Hill Hodel Jr., wealthy, brilliant, cultured, fluent in multiple languages, well-connected in Elsalate art circles, and possibly the man who butchered Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia. Let's start with the house, 5121 Franklin Avenue. Designed by Lloyd Wright, son of Frank Lloyd Wright, the Hodel home was a Mayan-inspired fortress, with secret crawl spaces, a dark room, and a basement many believe was a killing floor. Dr. Hodel specialized in sexually transmitted diseases and had once performed illegal abortions. He had extensive knowledge of anatomy and surgical technique, which made his connection to the Dahlia's murder particularly disturbing. Elizabeth Short's body was bisected at the waist with clinical precision. The killer removed blood and internal organs. There were no signs of hesitation, only skill. But it gets darker. In 1949, George Hodel's own daughter, Tamer, accused him of incest. He was arrested, tried, but the jury acquitted him. Why? Because Hodel was untouchable, powerful, protected. And while the media looked elsewhere, the LAPD was already suspicious. In 1950, the LAPD placed listening devices inside the Hodel home. For 40 days, they recorded his conversations. Here's what George Hodel was caught saying. Supposing I did kill the Black Dahlia, they couldn't prove it now. They can't talk to my secretary because she's dead. This is the best payoff I've seen between law enforcement agencies. You can't talk to the secretary anymore because she's dead. Yes, darling. His secretary had just died under mysterious circumstances. She was preparing to testify against him. She never got the chance. Soon after, Hodel fled the country, lived for decades in the Philippines, married multiple times, had more children. One of them, Steve Hodel, a former LA homicide detective, would later accuse his father of not only killing Elizabeth Short, but being a serial killer responsible for dozens of ritualistic murders from the 1940s into the 1970s. Steve wrote multiple books, laid out surgical maps, photo comparisons, timeline overlaps, and even claimed that his father's handwriting matched notes sent to the press from the Black Dahlia Avenger. Today, George Hodel is dead, buried quietly, but the shadows he left behind are loud. Some believe he also killed Jean French, Ruth Spalding, his secretary, a woman in Manila drained of blood and left displayed. Victims across old Cleveland and beyond. Was he the torso butcher before the Dahlia? Was his house the real crime scene? Like this video if you believe Hodel didn't act alone. Comment if you think his connections protected him. Subscribe to Arcane After Dark. Because some killers die with a smirk, and some mansions still echo with their secrets. Stay in the dark with me.